After spending a lot of time in and out of the hospital for various health conditions, I came to realize that that was the environment I wanted to make a career of. My sophomore year in college, I began to volunteer in the progressive care unit at a local hospital. I would do small tasks such as take out the trash, but I also had the opportunity to interact with patients. Meanwhile, I was also programs coordinator of 3 dorms in Resident Hall Federation here at school. Throughout the year, I planned and organized several events for other students living on campus. A few of the events were held at a local nursing home where students would come and spend time with the senior citizens. Although it was heartbreaking to see that many of the residents were battling disorders such as Parkinson's and Alzheimer's, I loved every second I got to spend with the senior citizens and could not wait until the next time I'd be able to go visit. At Virginia Tech, I took a class called Nervous Systems and Behavior that made me fall in love with neuropsychology. Since that class, I signed up to take every class offered that had a similar subject matter, such as abnormal psychology, physiological psychology, and psychopharmacology, and I've enjoyed and done well in all of them. I wanted to get more than just what I learned from the books. I also worked in 2 research labs during my time at Virginia Tech. The Cognition, Affect, and Psychophysiology lab, I coded data for a study that looked at children's memory through the use of EMG. Furthermore, I worked in the Center for Applied Behavior Systems, where I collected and entered data and conducted research in various field settings. As a research assistant, we were responsible for 84 hours each semester of data collection, data entry, and data verification. In addition to these 3 semesters as a research assistant in CABS, I was also an undergraduate researcher in the spring of 2011. I conducted my own research and had the opportunity to present it at American Psychological Sciences Conference in April. So my plans and aspirations are to go to graduate school for clinical psychology and specialize in neuropsychology. With this career, I would be able to put all my passions into my everyday life, listen to people's problems, help ease their pain, and conduct research. All right, I'm available for questions.
Okay, Allie, what makes a job enjoyable for you?
What makes a job enjoyable for me would be working as a team together to come to a final product. In my research lab, we would all come in with different ideas and different opinions, and it'd be hard to battle it out and use each other's strengths. But after you mediate that and appreciate each other's strengths and then know each other's differences, I think once you find that you guys have a common bond and a common way to figure out problems and come to a common conclusion, I think that's what would make doing a job enjoyable.
Okay, what are your 5-year goals?
In 5 years, I hope to have my PhD or be almost done with completing my PhD. Right now, I'm just getting experience in the field because I'm not sure if I want to do research or go practice at a clinic. So right now, I'm just going to focus on getting experience so I have a better idea of what it is I'd like to do. But I hope to attend graduate school within the next year or 2, and then in 5 years, I would have hopefully completed my PhD or be close to completing my PhD.
Tell me what success means to you.
What success means to me would be the feeling of giving it your all and accomplishing your goal. Even if you don't, when you set out goals to accomplish, you don't necessarily have to achieve them in order to feel success. But at the end of the day, knowing that you gave 110%, I think is just the feeling of success at its best. I've definitely set many goals for myself, and some of them I haven't achieved, but I know I've always given it my all. So even if I didn't achieve my goal that I set out for myself, I still felt a sense of success.
Okay, for your last question, tell me about your proudest achievement.
My proudest achievement probably would have been when I found myself at the American Psychological Science Conference. When I volunteered for this research lab 2 years ago, I was just going to try it out to see what the research lab could do for me and what I could learn from it. But 2 years later, I found myself conducting my own research, which entailed over 120 hours a semester of collecting data, entering and verifying data, and as well as so much time, so much brainstorming. So when I found out that I was accepted to present my research to the field, that was probably my most proudest moment, was when I found myself with all the big names in the psychology field. I knew that it had all paid off. So for my closing statement, I'd like to say just please include me in your applicant pool. I feel with my various research experience and volunteer opportunities, as well as what I've learned from my classes here at Virginia Tech, that I will be able to make a successful graduate school applicant. Thank you.
Well, thank you for listening to Allie, Carissa, and Mike for Group A.